Hello and welcome. So I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Everyman crossword. This is being published on Sunday the 22nd of September 2024. Because there's no check all and reveal buttons down here, I'm not sure if it's a prize crossword and therefore it needs to be hidden. There's no comments attached to it. I don't publish this for another week, so you'll see this next week and it's last week's crossword. I haven't really got anything else to say other than last couple have been okay, so hoping for another good, well, last three actually I think have been okay, so I'm hoping for another good puzzle today, and therefore I'm just going to crack on. So one across, when sent to Coventry, one that's barely seen. Surely that's Lady Godiva. Train line almost flipped over vehicle, rail, liar, car over vehicle, O bus, O car, almost flipped. Train line is railway. Don't know. I miss place in resort. It's a field. Feels like there's a spa in there. Resort. I miss place. Don't know. Growing border. Husband removed. Growing border is a hedge. Remains a border is an edge. Take the H off hedge. You get edge. So let's have a look at these downs. Reason Titanic captain might think the unthinkable. Reason. Titanic captain. Icebergs might think the unthinkable, which is kind of a play on the sink. Yeah, it's the unsinkable, wasn't it, the Titanic? Reason. I'm assuming that's Lady Godiva. Thord 99 disappearing a performance. Thord. Iced 99. What's 99? Don't know. Such a reduction applied to squires, and then the S is in brackets. I begin to wonder whether Lady Godiva is correct across there. Aquatic being, part of a Little Mermaid toy that's caught. Seen as very absurd, runs off. Okay, that looks like very is V. Seen as viewed. Viewed, no, not viewed, viewing. Seen as. Okay, now, so I haven't got a single one of the down clues, can't see anything off of those down clues. What's this across? But then I haven't got the cross clue there either, so maybe it's hard to know whether it's just me or the crossword at this point. Liquid lunch with plenty of character. Liquid lunch refers to going to the pub, I think, doesn't it? Liquid lunch with plenty of character. Not sure. Side in blue, seeing confused voter taken in by English nationalist. You would think that means E, taken in by E with an NT on the end. Voter, E. Voter. Confused voter should be anagram of that, which is extrovert. Side in blue would feel like something like Chelsea, but I don't think so. Maybe it's side in blue. Could be the B of blue. Oh, I don't know. English nationalist against adopting promise to be green. Is that envious? NVS. To be green is envious. Against its V, and this team plays this team, EN. Okay, so that suggests EN for that might work. This one again, aquatic being, dolphin I suppose, part of Little Mermaid toy that's changed. That feels like it, why would that be little? I've got no idea. If that's the case, it feels like part of Little Mermaid. Feels like there just ought to be a hidden word in there, but then the D really doesn't help. I'm going to leave that like that without that I there for now. Don't know why. Not sure. Oh gosh. Seen as very absurd, runs off. So take R out of a word meaning. Very absurd, very seen as. Unless it's an anagram of seen as with a V. Vanish. Runs off is to elope. Ugh. Let's crack on from here. So what are we doing? We're doing the crosses, weren't we? Or I was. Ignoring, oh, not another ellipsis clue. Ignoring some. So that some should be a should be a hidden word, but no. Some scan 10 nationalist kit receiving signals. Deer eating mushroom recoiled. Showing blotch. So mushroom is when recoiled makes me think it's just mushroom backwards, which would be a cat, which would be a pack. Blotch would be, if that's a pack. Deer. Depacer. Blotch. I don't think a blotch is a depacer. Activated in potion. Life that's everlasting. Let's look at the down clues. Assuming the worst, oddly time saving. So 10 letters. Time saving is an anagram. Time saving does have 10 letters. Let's try that. Time saving. Be helpful if I could type. Doesn't really matter. Assuming the worst is negativism. Negativism. Blimey. Negativism. Let's see if that works again. I think it does. Time saving. Negativism. Okay, assuming the worst. Oh well, at least I got the E there. What's this? Ignoring some. Antenna. Now, there's a hidden word as expected. Antenna. Kit receiving signals. Antenna. Okay. What's on the eye? Activated in potion. Life that's everlasting. Immortal. Something. Mortal. Oh. Is it immortal? And if it is, why is it? Life is mortal. Potion is an immortal. Not sure about that. Let's look at this down here. Oh gosh, we've got W-E-S-T, West. I need to scroll down a little bit. What's this going? Oh, way down there. Can't get all clue in. Primarily what encompasses West Africa. Ah, very good. Okay, that isn't immortal, is it? That's why I was having a problem. Let's just read that clue. What encompasses Senegal, Togo, alongside 14 republics? Ivory Coast also. Very good. Very good bit of wordplay there. Wow. So what have I got? Where am I trying to get to? Let's go on to the next clue, which is down there. Okay, that's good. Sloppily traced over 20s design. I mean, that's got to be Art Deco, hasn't it? And sloppily, yeah, Deco, art. Okay, Art Deco. Cars that are often seen in westerns. Gosh, that's probably going to be. I want to say estates. I don't think estates are seen in westerns. Cowboys, Indians, corrals, bars. What's it going to be? Hatchbacks. It's not going to be a hatchback, I know that much. Record changing dash for cash. Record changing dash for cash. So I assume, or record, changing dash for cash. I assume we need to do something to dash, the word dash, which is speed maybe, to get to a word meaning cash. To put something that's a record, I don't know. Praise verse addressing Archbishop Tutu. Good old Desmond. Praiseful verse. I mean, Archbishop Tutu, is that a specific thing you say to an archbishop? And it's just, what's this something more praiseful verse? Not very good on words like that. Right, let's have a look at these clues across again. Where have I got to? Yeah. Activated in potion life. Okay, that is an anagram in potion life, isn't it? I think. Maybe the in as well. Potion life. In. Everlasting. What's in everlasting then? Infernal. Infantile. Infinite. Infinite pool or something? Infinity pool. Infinite. Let's get the infinite in there. I think it's infinite pool. Let's try that. See if that does what I need. Potion life in. Shuffle. Yep. Infinite pool. Okay. This one, flower girl. That may be hazel. Iris. That's flowers and iris and hazel eyes. Iris. A day after Everyman's age old booze mood. Okay, we've got some stuff down there to work through, so that's good. Oh, we've got these 2 clues down here left. Or 3 clues, whatever it is. Not the lead horn player. Getting renewed energy. University becoming independent raises limits. Just look at the next clue. University becoming independent raises limits. What's this one down here? Did I look at this? Cars are often seen in westerns. Impresso. I mean, I'm not good on cars. If it's a specific model of car, hopefully it won't be too modern model of car, because I've got no chance if that's the case. There's a scattering there. What's this? Side in blue. Side is 11. No. Taking in voter. Okay, we've got. Okay. Excuse me. See if that's EN voter. That's an anagram. Well, it should be, but reading the clue. Everton. They are. Yeah. Side in blue. Yeah. They are. They play in blue. The toffees. Toffee men, I think they call themselves. Such a reduction applied to squires. I'm going to look at that horizontally. Such a reduction applied to squires. Quires. Sir quires. I don't know what the S bit's doing there. So quire of paper is, I think it's 500 sheets. I feel like that. Guillotining. Okay, that's an interesting one. Guillotining. So yeah, the nobles of France were guillotined, and paper. If you guillotine paper, they are. Liquid lunch with plenty of character. I wonder if that H is right. Okay, that gives me a G, so that makes me feel a little bit happy about the G there. What's this? Thawed, 99 disappearing, a performance. Feels like deed. De-iced. Why is 99 iced? Ice. 99. Ice. I've got no idea about that bit. There is no clue. 99. I think it's de-iced. Thaws. ICE. Oh, okay. 99 is 1C. Yeah, of course, de-iced. So I actually lost the IC, which is the 99 is what IC in Latin, isn't it? I don't think it is actually. I'm not sure. So there we go. That's what that is. Okay. I misplace in resort. I misplace in resort. Okay, so that's just an anagram, isn't it? Oh, I hope it is. It's a field. Specialism, I think that is. Okay. Visual. Seen as. Visualize. No, not visualize. I mean, I feel like that has to be dolphin now, but aquatic beings dolphin. Part of Little Mermaid toy. That's caught. Dolphin. Okay, yeah, so it's a sound like of a doll. Fin, the fin on a doll. Reason. Titanic captain might think the unthinkable. Reason. What's it? Come on, what's this going to be? Loss, lash, less, last. I'm going to have to come back to that one. Lisp. I said it was a play on the unsinkable, but actually it's a lisp. Okay, fair enough. I need a little swig of my tea, so excuse me for a minute. Again. Oh, excuse me. I'm just going to test that as a possible. I mean, my anagramming is terrible sometimes at just seeing things. I don't think that's an anagram of seen as in a V, absurd being the indicator. Runs off, because I don't think there's anything that works there. Specialism, let's just check I've got the anagram right there. I think I did. I misplace. Yep, because run off would be to vanish, but that doesn't really work. What's this then? Well, actually, let's have a look at these clues now. Oh, I never looked at these two clues. Oops. King overcome by slithering odious boa in stories that aren't to be read. Diaries? Something about diaries, is that? I need to take this out as well. I think I've missed that clue down there as well. I somehow just missed a whole block of clues there between those three, yeah. So let's look at this one first. King overcome by slithering odious boa. I mean, that feels like it's an anagram of boa. King overcome suggests there can be something related to king in here. I think odious boa could be odious. Boa is 9 letters with an R in it, so I think that, or a K, gives us what we're looking for. Excuse me. So odious boa. So it's either an R or a K. Yeah, I don't know. O-U-S, no. Let's do that again with K. Odious boa. Whoa. Bad. There's a lot of letters there, a lot of O's, 3 O's in odious boa, which makes you think you'd want one up here, so one of the O's up there. I really want that word with that UOS to be, if there's an anagram there, to be in there somewhere, but king overcome. So king, yeah, I mean king is either K or R, I'm not sure. By slithering odious boa. I think slithering is saying anagram odious boa. Stories that aren't to be read. So there's some kind of books there, aren't there? I think there's a books there somewhere. I just don't know what the books are, which makes I've got the K now. Odious boa K. Audiobooks. Ah, very good. Yeah, suddenly clicked into my head as I kind of put those letters in. Audiobooks. There we are. Ah, very good. Train, line, cart, almost flipped over vehicle. I mean, I feel like it's a cart. What would that be? Line, track. Now, track. Yeah, train line, track. Entered private property. Lock abruptly died. Entered private property. Lock abruptly died. Entered private property. I've got no no idea where this is going now. A little head scratch about that one at the moment. Entered is to. I mean, it feels like died and entered have both got an ED there, so I'm going to put an ED there for now. Not particularly convinced by that, but trespassed, I think that is. Just looking at those letters, past. Died is to pass, past. A lock is lock abruptly, so tress of hair without a second S. liquid lunch with plenty of character, and that's only got a 4-letter word that goes in there. Liquid lunch. Okay, let's look at this one that I haven't yet looked at. So how far am I into this crossword? I'm now about 20 minutes into it, and I've only just found 11 down. R&B musicians, somewhat unchaste view on derrieres. Okay, my R&B musicians, somewhat unchaste view. I mean, that looks like it's an anagram of unchaste view. I've got an O in there from Infinite Pool, which kind of ruins chance. Stevie Wonder. Oh, brilliant. Stevie Wonder, brilliant. Gotta love that one. Gotta love that one. What is that? That's assuming, yeah, I mean, everything else I'm now happy with, so what's this? Liquid lunch. I can't even think of, I can't fly. I want those letters, L, H, and then T there. I kind of feel like that wants to be light, height. There's not many words that go in there unless that's a Y. That one's a bit horrible. Let's have a look at this one down here that I haven't really, I had a look at earlier. Deer eating mushroom, recoiled. Showing blotch. Deer eating. I don't know. So look at this one. Oh, the cars are often seen in westerns. I mean, assume it's just simply a bit of wordplay on. Think of a western cowboy or Indian kind of film, western, and there'll be the name of a car. Apaches. Is that allowed? Apaches. Apache. But then cars. Not the lead horn player. Not the lead horn player. Getting renewed energy. Not sure. Even with Stevie Wonder in presence, university becoming independent, raises limits. Record changing cash for dash for cash rather. Okay, I'm sort of. So when I look at this, I'm going to have to eke this out with a. I mean, there's not many things that go in there either. Plenty of character. That could be a thing, can it? Elf. Liquid lunch. Liquid is lunch with. Is that just an anagram of lunch with? Plenty of character. Some kind of. I can't be stop. I was going to put a full stop in there. I mean, liquid could be an anagram indicator. I don't think. Let's try lunch with. See what that gets us in the first part. Be surprised. He has tended to like using character as type of punctuation marks. Trouble with this is it's not filling in the H. So let's do liquid lunch. So L-U-N-C-H W-I-T-H. So I put lunch with and then, I don't know, O-O-P. That should do all the letters. Give me a chance to. I mean, I don't feel very confident about this because the letters that can go for an L are the U, not very likely. OL, not likely. WL, definitely not. CL, but then CL, something H, doesn't go great. NL definitely doesn't work. IL. So, what is that? If it is, I mean, that's definitely dolphin. Let's think about it. TLH, no. That seems the most kind of, a vowel seems most likely there, or a C or an S. Liquid lunch with plenty of character. Lunch. Liquid. Unlike there, BLH. I mean, it's very hard to see what can go in there other than a vowel. Bly. BNLML doesn't really work. AL could, and then you could start putting things like ouch and T's and things in there. So that's kind of a vowel is more likely, because as soon as you put an S or a C in there, or a T in there, or not T, you end up a bit stymied, because there's not much goes before H. There might be something I'm missing, apart from a Y, I think. S, let's keep going. D, no, F, G, H, J, K, L, so nothing really apart from S, C and vowels at the moment. E, even E doesn't really go anywhere. R, T, Y, U, even U, I, O and O. U, I, O don't really go. O, elephant, no, not elephant. What about PL? Liquid lunch. I mean, that feels like it could be. Anagram. Oh. I think I spelled guillotining right. That would be my. I'm pretty certain guillotining is double L. This one, I need this one really, don't I? Seen as very absurd. So that's V. Runs off. Seen as. Vanished. Visual. Viewed. Ugh. Let's have a look at that. BAS. Vas. Seen as. Ves. Vestige. Absurd is silly. I mean, whatever. In fact, what if it's V for very, then assuming the rest of the word is, then it has to really be an R-E-S word. What would that be? R-E-S. Something. E for absurd, but with the R then taken off. Ves. Not seeing that at all. Let's go back down to deer eating a mushroom. Mushroom recoiled, showing blotch. That's a speckle, isn't it? I think. I don't really understand that. If it is a speckle or freckle. Is that a freckle? What do we got? Freckle or speckle? Something like that. Freckle or a speckle. Deer eating mushroom recoiled. Elk. I just wondering if I spelled Stevie Wonder right now. Yeah, Stevie Wonder is definitely spelled that way. So elk is a deer eating mushroom recoiled. So what's a mushroom? A speck? Capsicum. Because I can't see it being a. Oh, what have I done? F-E-R. C-E-R-F. So I think that's a speckle, which probably feels better going down there with S. Cards are often seen. Sap, sep, sup, sip, sop. I need another swig of tea, excuse me. I need to sup. So I think I'm just reading the deer eating mushroom record, so that says the clue is all backwards. So for deer to be eating, mushroom would suggest it's ELKS, elks, and then mushroom, kep. Don't know, capsicums, things like that are, I think, mushroom related, but cap. But the Steve one doesn't really work on that bit. So let's go with that. I think that has to be. I think that's right. What's this clue? Cars that are often seen in westerns. I don't think there's any hidden wordplay in there, as in hidden words. Cars that are often seen. I just can't think of anything. SAP. Nothing is kind of triggering my head here to think, oh, that'll just come in. SEP. Siphons. I don't think siphons is really a westerny thing, I don't think. Sup. Sip. And sop. I don't think there's any other letters can go there. I'm not going to go through the keyboard. Sop. So, I'll probably hit a point here where I'm not going any further, I think. Been about 30 minutes, which is what I spent last week. These clues, I feel like I've got lots wrong, really. I don't know that I have got lots wrong. English nationalist, V, against, promises an IOU. Oh, V versus adopting IOU. There you go. Let's have a look at this one. Liquid lunch with plenty of character. I mean, that just feels like it ought to be stoop, dupe, foop, romp, comp, gomp, homp. Seen as very absurd, runs off. Last look at these clues down here, see if anything, because I haven't given them much of a chance, but I don't feel very confident about being able to get to them. Not the lead horn player getting renewed energy. Not the lead horn player. Not the lead horn player. Second something, isn't it? Second wind, I think that is. Second wind. He's back in. He's back in the game. Peaceful verse addressing Archbishop Ides, I think. I think that's Desmond Tutu. Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Or odes addressing. Praiseful verse. Ides. Odes, I think. Odes. Odes. Record changing dish dash for cash dish record disc. Is that disc? And if it's disc, why is that disc? Record changing dash. Okay, what do we got here? Come on. Siphon still fits, doesn't it? Siphons, westerns, spaghetti westerns. Let's look at this one first. University, becoming independent, raises limits. Becoming independent is solo. University becoming independent. So we're looking for I don't think we're looking for a university itself. Our raises limits is RS, isn't it? They are raises the limits of RS. Or maybe we are looking for a thing. Becoming independent. If that's a particular university name. College. Grow. Oxford, Cambridge. And there's a lot of universities around the country, 130 of them. It's going to be one of the better known ones if it is a university. trouble is, if that is RS, as I suspect it is raises limits, so the RS of are the limits of raises, then that probably has to be an E, in which case we've got the world's worst pairing of letters. It's about 150 letters that can fit in there, I think. Record is to changing dash for cache. Wire. University becoming independent. Poor. I mean, if that raises limits, then that has to be well, pretty much has to be the name of the university going across there. This one, let's have another look at this one. Start again. Yeah. Suppose cars. Hatchbacks, soft tops doesn't quite work. That are often seen in westerns. I don't think there's alternate letter things going on. I don't think it's a hidden word thing going on. I think it's just literally a kind of a witty pun of, you know, a type of car happens to be the name of something that you see in a western. Assuming westerns is like the cowboy in India films. If it is, I can't think what it is. I mean, I'm still not entirely convinced that that is speckle, but I think it is Elks with a peck in it. Deer eating mushroom. Blotch. Blotch is a speckle, I would say. I think I'm going to have to just put that on hold and maybe come back to it a little bit later. So I'm going to try pausing the video. Hopefully it will still stay and then I don't have to join. So give me a break. Okay, so in that seamless way, I'm back. It's about an hour later for me. I've been out for a run, 30-minute, well, just under 30-minute run, and I haven't thought about the crossword at all. So let's see what happens now. Liquid lunch with plenty of character. What can go in there? Pomp, poop, loop. I still feel like that wants to be an IGHT or something, but IGHT. Skylight. It can't be, that's dolphin. Aquatic means dolphin. A fin of a doll. Yep. Sound like. Plenty of character. I kind of originally thought that'd be something stop, but it can't be stop. A loop. Question mark. Just staring at my keyboard, see if there's any kind of hints there. I'll have to go through, see if we can get something out of here. Z, C, V, B, B, boop, bop, bump. Nope, not much there. Funny actually, not many words feel like they'll go in here actually. A, S, S. Interesting actually. A soup. What about a soup? Liquid lunch would be soup, wouldn't it? With plenty of character. Some kind of soup, I think. Maybe I don't know it. Alphabet soup. There we go. That's what was so hard to see. Hey, look. So there I'm back from my break, and suddenly visible goes in there. Must be visible, mustn't it? Very risible. Visible is absurd. Yep. So there we go. Suddenly, boom. 2 answers after a break. So we're on to the car. This is something about cars. Cars are often seen in westerns. Oh golly. I'm just going to scroll down a bit so I can see the last couple of clues. What's this? Cars that are often seen in westerns. So okay, let's go to it from the other end. Oh, let's try and do that. Let's go from the end of being that an L. I don't know for certain that speckle is correct, but I think it is. It's not going to be a V, is it? Let's be honest. N. Oh, My brain was just kind of going through something there. Balloon. Does this give us anything here? I don't think N is right, but uni becoming independent raises limits. Found raises limits. I mean, that could be that is irrelevant, but it could be a less, I suppose, or a ness. Limits. Uni. Oxbridge, Cambridge. U is U. Uniform. University is normally U. Could be Col. Becoming independent. Kona. Record. Oh, let's record. Record. So record or record. Record or record. If you record something, you tape it. Or a record is a disc or a log. I mean, disc feels like the one I want really, but changing dash for cache. So dash either means, I mean, it could be like a hyphen. LP, L-P, long player. Cache. My synonyms for cache are not good. So I did the last three. Amazing actually. Well, maybe 4 if that speckle is wrong. And I don't really feel very good about speckle, to be honest. But so okay, let's think again about speckle. I don't think it's wrong. But if that's an F, can that be anything? Cars are often seen in westerns. Fap, Fep, Fipe, Fup, Fip and Fop. I'm sure deer must be elks. I'm just unsure what this is. And that doesn't really matter. If that is elks, that doesn't really matter what that is in some ways, other than being able to complete the crossword, but it doesn't matter to getting this clue. Cars. Estates, hatchbacks. Infinite pause anagrams, so that should be right. That's everlasting. Oh, infinite loop, that's why. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, that changes things, doesn't it? So cars. I still don't know. Oh, saloons, they are. Saloons, they are. Straight in there. Conserve, raises limits, conserves. So I think that's speckle. I'm going to put speckle in there because, you know, saloons, there we go. That was easy. Once I had the proper letter in there, the L and the P, I put that infinite loop in at the start. So what's going on here? This is a new ending I've recorded for the video. So the original video I made, I took the break at 37 minutes, got all the answers that you can see in saloons and speckle and the ones up top, and then stumbled around to about 52 minutes. So there's another 10 minutes of this video that you can't see. During that time I thought this might be constraints, wasn't sure. Well, conserves, and tried various things. Constraints, I think I thought. So I eventually kind of shrugged a bit and put the video on pause, and then came back another hour later, had another look at it without the recording on it, and came to the decision maybe this could be constraints, which would have given me something I, but therefore I couldn't get that, and I kind of called it time there and recorded all the talk through of the definitions and clues. I then went out mid-afternoon for a walk and thought again about this and what could be a word for limits, and I came up with constraints. No, I didn't come up with constraints, I came up with constricts. There we are. And constricts is the answer. So very quickly, raises is constructs. If you take the U of constructs and change it to an I for independent, it becomes constricts, which is to limit. And then this clue here, record changing dash for cache, becomes a record is a disk. And if you change dash for cache, D is C. disc. So that's how the puzzle panned out. I mean, in total, I spent about an hour and 5 minutes getting to that solution. And I started about 9:15 in the morning. It was on the 4th attempt I came back, having an elapsed time of about an hour and 5, sorry, and an elapsed time of about 6 hours, I think, to get to that. And then actually in the evening I still wasn't entirely convinced about this, so I came back another 5 or 10 minutes thinking about why that was constricts, and eventually decoded it, although I knew disc was correct, which made me sure it was constricts. So there we go. So big old puzzles. I'm going to go through anyway and just go through the clues. I just want to point out also that here we've got alphabet soup and infinite loop, which is a rhyming pair, and Everyman has done rhyming pairs quite often in the past. He's got this clue here, which is primarily, so it's primarily clue where he takes the initial letters, and somewhere in the puzzle, I can't remember where it was, here, the mead a day after Everyman's age old he includes himself, Everyman. So those are some of the features of the Everyman puzzle that you get regularly. So I'm going to go through the clues and explain them. I've got to remember what they are now. One across, when sent to Coventry, one that's barely seen. So Lady Godiva, I'm not sure if it's a legend or a true story. She was part of Coventry, and she was seen riding horseback in the nude, which is what one that's barely seen relates to Coventry. A train line is a track with a K on it, but it's almost, so we take off the K, we flip it over, and we get to cart, which is a vehicle, so flipped over. I misplace is an anagram, so in this case, where you read in resort, it's actually in resort, so resort the letters I misplaced to get to specialism, and a specialism is a field. A growing border is a hedge. Husband removed, take the H off of hedge gives you edge, which is, it remains a border. Liquid lunch with plenty of character, so alphabet soup, there's lots of letters in there, characters in there, and it's a liquid type of lunch, maybe. Side in blue, so Everton FC, team in Liverpool, the city of Liverpool, Merseyside, are Everton, they're blues, side in blue, and we're seeing confused voter, so the middle letters are anagram of voter, and that's taken in by English nationalists, so an E and an N on the ends. Again, we've got EN at the start of this clue. Against is versus, so we've got VS, Liverpool versus Everton is against, Liverpool against Everton, and they're adopting promise, and promise is an IOU, and if you're green you could be envious, or if you're envious you could be green, I'm not sure which way. Ignoring really isn't that interesting in this clue, but we've got some, which is a great hidden word indicator. Always look for a hidden word if you see the word some. And in the words scan 10 nationalists, we've got antenna, and antenna is a kit receiving signals. This one I'm a little bit unsure about entirely, but we've got deer eating mushrooms recoiled. So if you look at this clue backwards, you've got elks, ELKS, and then you've got CEP, for a mushroom. Now I don't quite know that bit, because I would have thought a mushroom's a cap, so I'm not sure about that bit. I can't see it forwards being a peck, so I don't know about that, but a blotch is a speckle, so it's possible I've got that clue wrong. I don't think so though. Activated is an anagram indicator, and if we take the words in potion life, anagram those, we get infinite loop, and an infinite loop is everlasting. So I think we've got a triple definition here. We've got flower is an iris, a girl is Iris, and the iris of your eye could be hazel if you're a brown-eyed person. So if you're not the lead horn player in an orchestra, you are the second wind instrument player. So second wind, which is getting renewed energy. What's next? AD, after Everyman, so me for Everyman, and age old booze, mead, which is a alcoholic drink of the Middle Ages. So as I said earlier, we've got university becoming independent, so change a U to an I. If you raise something you construct it, so change the U of constructs to an I, becomes constricts, which is the limits. The reason the Titanic captain might think the unthinkable, so if he had a lisp, the Titanic was called the unsinkable ship, so he sink the unsinkable, lisp. Thought is de-iced, so 99 in Roman numerals could be 1C. I'm not entirely sure it is 1C, but I think it might be 1C. Anyway, disappearing out of de-iced would be D-E-E, leaves deed, which is a performance, a deed. Such a reduction, so guillotining is reducing, cutting off the heads of the nobility, the nobles in France, and guillotining also applies to paper. So we've got squires on the note, could be an example of nobility in France or anywhere, and quires are reams of sheets of paper. I think it's 500 sheets of paper. So guillotining would apply to either of those. An aquatic being is a dolphin. Now, if we had a little mermaid toy, we might have a doll. We might have a doll. Now, obviously, Little Mermaid has a fin on it, so it would be the doll's fin, dolphin. And that's cool, it's telling us it's a sound like, so we don't spell dolphin the same way as dolphin, so to speak. Seen as is visible. V for very, and then absurd is risible, but we're taking the R of risible off to get to usable. We've got a K for king, and it's overcome by slithering odious boa. So anagram of odious boa with a K in it. Slithering is the anagram indicator, and stories that aren't to be read are audiobooks. Now I hesitated when I did my first look at this clue yesterday on the read through, because actually someone reads the audiobooks to you, normally Stephen Fry I think, but obviously generally people are just listening to audiobooks. Entered private property is trespassed, and a lock abruptly, so take a tress, lock of hair, tress, without the second S, so it's abruptly finished, and died is past. Big round of applause for this clue. R&B musician, Stevie Wonder. Somewhat, again, some here sort of indicating to us that there's a hidden word, and there it is in play view, in unchaste view on derrières, starting in the unchaste word, through view, on, through on, and we get to de for derrières. Excuse me. Assuming the worst is negativism. Oddly, it's saying it's an anagram of time saving. Here's the primarily clue, and this is fantastic. Primarily what encompasses Senegal, Togo, alongside 14 republics, Ivory Coast also. So those are all states, nations, countries in West Africa, which is the answer. And if you take the initial letters of those clues, you get West Africa. Sloppily is an anagram indicator, so we take traced over, or traced, and then put an O on the end of it for over, cricket notation, gives us the 20s design of Art Deco. Double definition here, cars, you get saloon cars, and you often see saloon bars in westerns, so cars are often seen in westerns as saloons. A record is a disc, and if you change dash for cash, you put the D is C. Finally, praiseful verse is odes, and if you're addressing Archbishop Desmond Tutu, you might say, "Oh Des." So there we go, that's the whole puzzle solved. As I say, it took me about an hour and 5 to do it in solving time, about 6 hours and 4 attempts in elapsed time. Never give up on these things, always keep going, plugging away, come back to them, later in the day, later in the week with a puzzle like Everyman, where it's a weekly puzzle. So good luck with your solving. Let me know in the comments if you had a go at it.